Hello, my name is Fernando from University College London, and I'm going to present our research on classification of epileptic seizure videos using transfer learning from human action recognition models. Epilepsy is the most common neurological disorder characterized by the presence of recurrent and unprovoked seizures. Seizures that originate in the cortex and don't spread to the other hemisphere are focal onset seizures. Seizures that do spread are said to generalize and become tonic-clonic seizures, in which muscles stiffen and limbs jerk rapidly and rhythmically. Generalized seizures have been associated to a higher risk of sudden death, or SUDEP, and therefore seizure classification can help predict the risk of SUDEP. But seizure videos can be very long, therefore manual classification is typically a very slow process and is also very subjective. That means we need automatic tools that are objective and fast. Many methods for automatic video classification create a global prediction by averaging predictions from short snippets sampled from the video. But this wouldn't work in our case because tonic-clonic seizures typically start generalizing at the end of the seizure. Therefore, if we classify, let's say, all frames of the seizure and we take the average, the prediction will be this seizure doesn't generalize, which wouldn't be the case. Also, seizures can last from tens of seconds to tens of minutes. Therefore, our method needs to be able to handle seizures of arbitrary durations. Here's an overview of our method, which we've called gestures. And there's a lot of stuff in this slide, but I'm going to explain part by part. A video is just a sequence of frames. Here's an example of a 10-minute seizure that would take about 400 gigabytes of memory and compressed, and we don't have enough memory in our computers nowadays. Therefore, the main pre-processing step we perform to our videos is downsampling in space and time to 112 pixels with cropping and padding and 15 frames per second. Then we split the video into segments of equal duration, and a short snippet of about 1 second and about 2 megabytes is sampled, is randomly sampled from each segment. We try different distributions, as I will explain later. Then we use a spatiotemporal convolutional neural network to extract features from each snippet. Since epileptic seizures are visually similar to human actions in terms of motion, we used spatiotemporal CNN that was trained on more than 65 million human action videos from Instagram and YouTube to extract features. The sequence of feature vectors needs to be aggregated for classification, so we used an average as a baseline aggregator and compare with sequential models such as recurrent neural networks. Finally, we train a fully connected layer to classify between focal onset seizures or tonic-clonic seizures. To validate our method, we curated a dataset of about 220 seizures. About 1/3 of them were generalizing seizures, although only less than 20% of the footage corresponded to generalizing symptoms. And here are some results. The takeaways are that using recurrent neural networks is better than averaging the feature vectors. Using a larger number of segments is better, and sampling the snippets from the segments using a distribution that is dispersed is better than using the middle snippet. Our best model yielded an accuracy and an F1 score or die score of around 99%. To conclude, we have shown that models pre-trained on human action recognitions can be used to classify videos of epileptic seizures. Also, using many segments for snippet sampling is better, and sequential models such as LSTM, recurrent neural networks, are superior than just averaging the feature vectors. In the future, we'll work on classifying different types of generalizing seizures, different types of tonic-clonic seizures, instead of just focal onset seizures versus generalized seizures. Thanks for listening, and I hope I will see you in my poster.